Today we will be learning the basic shapes. Now you see, all of you knows these basic shapes. Now how to get 2D and 3D shapes and to make them in a picture, to use them in a picture, that is important. Now see, these are the circle form, the triangle, the square, and we have a rectangle. I have seen many children, they are having difficulties to make a cube or cuboid form. So this is the easiest way to make a cuboid form. You just draw one rectangle shape, then another one overlapping this shape, and then just join the corners. When you join these corners, it will become a cubic form, you see. So this one, if I show this square first, this is a form of cube. Now if I draw one more square, just like this, overlapping each other, then join the corners, it will become. So from 2D, we are going to 3-dimensional. Now these all shapes, it is already a 3D form, a cone shape. These all shapes are the basic things of drawing which is required all the times. This conic shape, if I cut it from down, it will become a shape of a glass. So these shapes is very essential to know. The oval and the cylindrical shape, they're all very much important and essential for learning drawing. Afterwards, we will learn to use the shapes in the drawing. Now, if I give a little bit shading, these things will come more dimension. This effect of shading, we can use these B pencils to get more nice effects on shading. And if I put the shadows also, then it will gradually look like real. In different values, we can put these tones in an object to show the light falling on it and where we are getting the shadow of it. In this form, already we have made some shapes in 3D. Now I will show you the effect of light and shade in these objects. Now watch carefully. In a sphere, a ball, or this kind of surface, when the light is falling from one side, if light is coming from this side, then the shaded part will become in this side gradually. Now the shadow of this object will come like this. Now using a bit depth in it, we can gradually release the object from the background. When I complete the entire shading like this, it will look like a real circle object as if it is placed in the ground. Now, as I told, if this shadow, if the light is falling from this side, the shadow will come to the other side of this object. And when the object is in a round form, then the falling of light will gradually decrease or increase the tones. Now these objects, they are looking like they are really placed. Now you can use any other pencil also to get more depth. Gradually we will improve the gradations, tonal values. There are so many things like cast shadow, highlight, and all that. According to the object placed in front of us, or we supposed to draw, according to the character of that object, like some are glass objects, some are metal objects, some are wooden objects. So, like that, they have different tones and textures, and their shadows, their effects are different. Lights fallen on those objects, they are all different. So we will gradually, while doing still life, we can study them. Now with this fine lead pencil, very fine strokes can be achieved. I have used a crossed hatching over here to show you the different techniques. These takes a little bit longer or more time to finish these works, but its delicacy and the fine lines will give a different looks. The more and more you practice, you can achieve this kind of skills to show the object lively. You can feel the air around it, the volume of that object. There are some more techniques about doing pencil lines. Here we are giving only simple strokes. Now, if the light is coming from any other source, definitely these shadows of these particular objects will be in the other side. The effect of clay, steel, they all are different. The strokes, they are having different characters. So while doing still life, we will gradually learn all of them. I have discussed before about these different kinds of lines and all that. So these are, you can see those lines are helping us so much to do all these kind of different textures, tones, and showing the volume of that object. Showing an object in a rough surface, we can use a flint paper or a sandpaper, just put it down and do the strokes. Suppose this object is a bit dotted, so this kind of effects will come. Now remove after you getting the exact texture you want. They have different kind of textures. So we can have another class of learning the texture of the pencils, how many kind of textures are there. So here we have all the objects in 3D form. So these are two-dimensional and these are three-dimensional, which is at the round and air all over the object we can feel, and the object is stable in the ground with all its volume. That is very important to make the objects looking alive. Thank you.